Hello there, good morning. It's 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9 with Susanna and Richard Madeley here from 6:30. First, our top story. Boris Johnson is set to unveil his plan to help keep coronavirus under control this winter, including a vaccine booster programme starting with the most elderly and vulnerable. The Prime Minister is due to set out his proposals for England at a press conference tomorrow when, according to reports, he will make clear he's dead set against another national lockdown. So what do we know about what approach the Prime Minister is going to take with this? Well, the government's COVID winter plan comes as a new global pandemic institute opens in Liverpool today, expected to be a hub for helping the world prevent, prepare for and respond more effectively to pandemics. Well, if this institute had existed before the pandemic, thousands of lives could potentially have been saved. Be finding out more about the work the Institute will be doing when I speak to Director Professor Matthew Bayliss from the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine to find out just how they plan to save lives in the future. Now, Emma Raducanu has achieved one of Britain's greatest sporting victories as the country's first female Grand Slam champion in 44 years. Her success could see her net a fortune of up to £100 million and even be honoured by the Queen. Morning to you, Nick. Now, unsurprisingly, Emma showed great potential from an early age, didn't she? A US court will hold a pre-trial conference today in a civil suit filed against Prince Andrew. The case was filed by Virginia Giuffre, who claims that the prince sexually assaulted her while she was the victim of sex trafficking by the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Prince Andrew strongly denies this. And Noel, it's still unclear about whether these papers have been served correctly or not, isn't it? Because there's disagreement. A simple blood test that can diagnose 50 types of cancer before symptoms appear begins trials today. The Galleri test, which is currently available in the US, can detect cancers that are not routinely screened for. People aged between 50 and 77 from a variety of backgrounds are being sent NHS letters asking them to take part. Now, after a Games like no other, Paralympics GB have finally celebrated their success in front of family, friends and fans at Wembley Arena. 7,000 people welcomed our athletes home after they won an impressive 124 medals in Tokyo. Singers Ella Henderson, James Arthur and Madness were also there to put on a party fit for our extraordinary Paralympians. Our reporter Charlie Frost was there. Now, it is 6:15 and Laura joins us from an Well, good morning, Britain's here all the way through until 9. Richard Madeley and Susanna will be here from 6:30 and joining... Well, that's coming up. But first, let's get the news, travel and weather where you are. See you in just a moment. Hello again, let's look at the front pages of the newspapers now. And tennis superstar Emma Raducanu. So as the Prime Minister is set to outline those plans for coping with COVID during the winter, a new global pandemic institute launches in Liverpool today. It's the world's first. Those behind it say it will help us prepare for future outbreaks, and it could have saved thousands of lives during the coronavirus crisis if it had existed beforehand. Well, joining me now to 6:23, Richard Arnold's here now with the latest entertainment. Thanks very much, Richard. Well, coming up next, Richard Madeley and Susanna will be here in just a moment. And joining them this... In the meantime, let's get the weather now with Laura. She's in the Svalbard with details. Keep the million, I'd take it straight away. Thank you, Andy.
You're more than welcome.
Good morning. Boris Johnson is set to unveil his winter plan to help keep coronavirus under control this winter, including a vaccine booster programme, starting with the most elderly and vulnerable. The Prime Minister is due to set out his proposals for England at a press conference tomorrow when, according to reports, he'll make clear he is dead set against another national lockdown. A simple blood test that can diagnose 50 types of cancer before symptoms appear begins trials today. The Galleri test, which is currently available in the US, can detect cancers that are not routinely screened for. People aged between 50 and 77 from a variety of backgrounds are being sent NHS letters asking them to take part. Now, Emma Raducanu has achieved one of Britain's greatest sporting victories as the country's first female Grand Slam champion in 44 years. Her success could see her net a fortune of up to £100 million and even be honoured by the Queen. Our correspondent Nick, the sound there, speaking to Nick, but we'll try to go back to them later because, I mean...
give up.
Let's have a second serve here.
Can we kind of, you know, give some of the... We'll try tweaking things and hopefully we'll go back to them. But it was electrifying, wasn't it, watching her?
What we will do is we'll stay with the tennis because...
Morning, Boris Johnson is set to unveil his winter plan in England to help keep coronavirus under control. Difference that could make.